Good morning, boys and girls. Welcome to language lesson 155. We are going to begin with our oral language exercises, then we'll move into our new concept, which will be found on workbook page 239. We're going to then move into some thinking and writing skills on the following pages and review your homework for tonight. Please go ahead and begin repeating after me. We're continuing to hear sentences using the verbs can and may. Can referring to the ability to do something, may referring to the possibility of something or the permission for something. Okay, let's begin. I can have my homework done before dinner. May D'Angelo come out and play? I may build a birdhouse. I can run a mile. May I speak with you? Can you fix my skates? Can you open this window? May I open that window? Very good. So it's great that you're hearing those words in context and you're understanding the difference between the two. Now, in our previous lesson, we learned about some troublesome verbs, and we are going to continue to add to that. So, we're going to move into our new concept for today, and you are going to come across two other verbs that seem to be a little troublesome when it comes to the English language. So, the first verb we're going to cover today is lie. And lie means to either rest or, as it says below, recline. Now, the parts of lie happen to be lie, lion, lay, have lain. We learned a little tune with our other verbs in the past, and that same tune can help you to remember it. So before we go to the next slide, we'll cover that. However, you'll see an example below where it says Matt lay under a tree. That's one form of the verb lie. I would love for you to hear some other examples of those words being used in context. Today I will lie down for a nap. I am lying down for a nap. Yesterday I lay down for a nap. In the past, I have lain down for a nap. Okay, great job. So you heard it in a different context, and we'll be going over some more examples as we move forward in our lesson today. Let's listen to that tune. Lie am lying, lay have lain. Lie am lying, lay have lain. Very good. All right, hopefully that will help you to remember the different parts of lie. Let's move forward. Okay, and then we have lay, L-A-Y, and that means to put or place something. Now, that definition should trigger a memory because the previous troublesome verb that we went over had a similar definition. So the parts of lay is lay, layin, laid, have laid. And you have an example of it being used in context on the bottom. I laid the packages on the bed. Now, I want you to remember something that's quite significant. Whenever you come across the verb laid, L-A-I-D, it always, always, always means to place or to put something down. So remember that. Laid always means to either place or put something down. Now, before we go over the tune to that one, let's go ahead and go over some examples of how it's used in context. I lay my language book on the desk. Did you hear that? You actually put it down. You placed it on the desk. I am laying my language book on the desk. Yesterday, I laid my language book on the desk. In the past, I have laid my language book on the desk. Very good. So just emphasizing once again that whenever you hear the verb laid, it means to put or place something down. Very good. All right, we are going to continue. Let's listen to the tune for this set.
Lay am laying, laid have laid.
Your turn. All right, good job. Let's go ahead and move on. Here are some examples. I would like for you to decipher which verb is used correctly and in this context. Okay, so I will either lie, meaning to rest or recline, or lay, meaning to place or put something on the couch. So I will lie on the couch. I am going to rest. I am going to recline on the couch. Very good. Lie or lay the books on the table. You are going to go ahead and think before you say it. You are going to lay the books on the table. In other words, you are going to put it down. You're going to place it there. Very good. I lay or laid the packages on the bed. There's a clue you should have. Remember, the word laid always refers to putting or placing something on another thing. Okay, so in this case, it's I laid the packages on the bed. Very good. So just remember those rules. Let's look at what the answers are based on what we just said. Excellent. Now, what I want you to make note of, notice those words that are circled. They are objects. Now, you only have an object when you are using the word lay, okay? Because remember, that's to put or place. So if you're putting or placing something down, it means there must be an object that accompanies it, all right? So in future exercises, you will be identifying the objects of that particular verb as well. Okay, now what I would like for you to do, I want you to direct your attention to 239. There are a number of things we're going to review once again together so that you can hear this concept and be comfortable with it, okay? So let's look at page 239 together. At the top, it says the verb lie means to rest or recline. Its other forms are lie, lain, lay, and have lain. And we already went over a number of examples together, and we will practice some more later on, as I said earlier. The verb lay means to put or place something. Its other forms are lay, lain, laid, and have laid. And again, we went over some examples previously. We will do some in the future. This I want you to pay very close attention to. It says, after using a form of the verb lay, you always need to name the object you are placing. You never lie on something, but you always need to lay something down. The objects which are being put or placed in the above sentences are in dark print, and you can refer to that later. Direct your attention to the look closely section. Lie and lay are two verbs which are frequently used incorrectly, especially since both verbs share the form lay. Try memorizing these sentences that correctly use the forms of lie and lay. Then, if you become confused about whether to use lie or lay, you can quickly refer to a sentence which you know is right. So let's go ahead and look at those sentences together at the very bottom of page 239. Now he lies on the couch, or now he is lying on the couch. Yesterday, he lay on the couch. Often, he has lain on the couch. So you should have noticed the difference between the present tense and the past tense form of those verbs. Let's continue with lay. Now I lay my pencil down. Remember, you are putting your pencil down or you are placing your pencil down. Now I am laying my pencil down. Yesterday, I laid my pencil down. Often, I have laid my pencil down. Very good. So we are going to now move into some exercises together so you can practice that concept. Remember, whenever you come across the verb laid, L-A-I-D, it's always, always, always putting or placing something down. So look for that object, okay? Hint, hint, hint. There goes your clue. All right. So I want you to look at page 240 at this time. Think A is asking you to underline the correct verb in parentheses. And the second thing it's asking you to do is if you use the form of lay, for instance, you are going to circle the object. All right? So let's look at number 1. Just ask yourself, is this requiring rest in a reclining position or putting or placing something down? Lie or lay quietly so you will not disturb anyone. Lie. Very good. Number 2, lie or lay your things on the table. Lay your things on the table. Excellent. What I would like for you to do is continue those exercises on your own and simply ask yourself, is this requiring rest in a reclining position or placing or putting something down? And that will make the difference between the two. Remember again, there's always an object that accompanies the verb laid because it requires putting or placing something down. Very good. For right B, what you are going to do on a separate sheet of notebook paper, you're going to write 4 sentences using lie, laid, lay, and lain. Okay? All right. Enjoy that and be creative. Use your different parts of speech as well. All right, now what I'd like for you to do is direct your attention to Think C on page 241. We're going to do a few examples together and then you are going to complete the exercise on your own. If you look at the directions, it's asking you to fill in the blank with the correct form of lie or lay. Be careful on this one. So I'm going to read the first few for you so that you'll hear it being used properly in context. And as I said, you will finish. So number 1 should say, Mary has laid a sheet of paper on each desk. Number 2, this morning I lay, L-A-Y, in bed until 9 o'clock. Number 3, that book has lain on the desk too long. Number 4, you have 2 choices for this one. Listen carefully. Devin lies or lay on the sofa most of the time. And the final one we're going to go over together. Lay your work aside and come to dinner. Okay, all right. I hope you enjoyed this exercise because, again, as I have said in the past, the English language is so fascinating. And once you know the rules, it makes it that much easier. Okay, so hopefully you have been working on your book report because tonight for homework, you are going to begin preparing for the oral book report. So be sure to write a rough draft before you make your note cards. Practice your report several times orally. You will receive instructions in the future as to exactly how to go about it, but let's go ahead and review some things you already know from the past. So, as I said, you're going to use the write-in process in order to create that rough draft. And then you're going to just focus on the main points when it comes to transferring it to your note card. You're going to practice saying it out loud. That's why it says practice several times, not just one or two times. And then, as you are presenting that oral book report, you want to ensure that you speak clearly. You want to stand correctly. Remember, posture makes a huge difference. You want to have eye contact, looking directly at your listeners. And you want to smile pleasantly. Those beautiful smiles need to be shown. Okay, hopefully we'll do something a little different for this book report, but we'll share it with you in the future. Once you have done those things, you should be very successful. Okay, so go ahead and enjoy doing that because it was a book of your choice. So it's something that you should really love doing. Have a great day.